Guys, let's jump right into this thing and let's talk a little bit about the Black Rose one ball challenge we had from last week. And then this week coming up, we're going to be playing Williams Whitewater. It'll be a closed tournament with 10 attempts. So be cautious, be careful, and use your attempts wisely. Or just use them all up however you choose, but just be mindful that it will be limited to 10 total attempts. So first, let's talk about Black Rose. Now, Black Rose as a table, I think, is one of those Williams tables that you either hate or love. I don't really feel like there's an in-between, because the table design itself kind of designs itself in a way that makes it so that you can only play Black Rose in a certain number of ways, right? So the way I play it, I think the way that most people play this table, especially casual players, is they'll just hit the center shot for broadside, right? And I think when you do that enough, it gets kind of repetitive. So there's this repetitive feeling towards it where you just feel like you're hitting broadside, you're cradling the ball, hitting broadside, getting, points, and you're doing video modes. And the video modes themselves can be kind of repetitive too. I think they lose their novelty after a while, because you have the one where you're throwing the knife, you have the one where you're you're swimming away from the shark, you have one where you're landing on another ship, right? And so you're really just, the video modes aren't that, novel. Maybe if you're playing this table in real life and you're playing on an actual machine and you're just pressing the launch button, it might be different. But on digital, it doesn't really translate too well. I find that the video modes, aren't really that. I don't know how to describe it. Don't really get anything going. So it's like you either hit broadside, that center shot, or you get a multi-ball and you try to hit the ramps and loading the cannon. And you make use of that third flipper, which is hard to do. As you know, there is a skill shot, which depends on the power of the plunge to hit those spot targets. So, there are ways to really maximize your efficiency when you play this table, but I feel like the majority of people who play Black Rose kind of just think about the table as being this one-dimensional sort of table where you're just hitting the center shot, the broadside. So, yeah, I feel like it's one of those tables that you either like it or you really don't. And I think on a one-ball challenge, it's a lot more difficult because, if you play this on a three-ball, you have chances for extra balls, and you don't get that here, right? So one of the ways that I found that gave me the most points was the double broadside award. So once double broadside happens, you hit the center shot and you get double broadside points. And there's a timer. I don't know. I think it's maybe like 30 seconds. But if you can keep hitting that double broadside, you can get a lot of points that way. And that's really how I got my score in third place. I was in second for a while, but Natty Flow beat me to it, and so I got to third. But if you can get double broadside going, you can get a lot of points, and it's basically just hitting the center shot. Sinking the ship can give you a lot of points. I think 20 million probably increases, but I only sunk the ship once maybe. So it's like a table that high risk, high reward, right? And something that Urko found out that I had not noticed for so long was when the ball comes down from the center broadside, the ball actually hits this ledge. And this ledge kind of acts like a post, and it hits it, and it comes, and the way that it's designed is that the ball's supposed to come down, hit this little wedge, and it's slanted in a way where it will feed down into the right flipper. And so even if you don't cradle, it'll still go to the right flipper, but you still want to cradle, because if you don't, it'll just drain. But it's a little, wedge mechanic that I had never noticed until looking at the table and until Urko mentioned it. So it's like right on top of the cannon. And that's another thing that makes this table kind of worth noting is the cannon, which is basically like a kick out underneath the table that acts as like the cannon that's supposed to down ships, right? Which is a cool mechanic when you think about it. The cannon is like rotating, and then you have to time it so that you can sink the ship. And then it's got that secret lock where you load the cannon, which is a cool mechanic. It's like a little flap that opens up. And, even if the shot in the center for Broadside is repetitive, it's still something that I think is kind of fun to do, even if it's repetitive, So it does get boring, and it does seem like a limiting table with what you can do. But I think the designers tried to switch things up by adding the various video modes, and that rotating cannon underneath the playfield. Also, something interesting I was reading about was Bally had originally thought about using black pinballs to make it look like like actual like ship's cannon, like cannonballs basically, and they opted out for that. So you have the regular silver ball, but I think it would be a neat idea if they used the black ball, like a black pinball. Maybe harder to see on a table, on a playfield. But I would have liked to have seen what it would look like, because there are some tables in pinball that have like different texture. As you know, on Twilight Zone, you have the ceramic Powerball. I think on other tables from like Sega Viper Night Driving, you have like balls that can glow in the dark. So it is kind of an interesting concept. That I don't think many pinball tables really explored, right? The actual, ball itself, like using different, like textured pinballs, or just using different colors. But yeah, something here that I think I encountered a bug this week, which Jabba showed me. And it's weird because I was watching XU Yuko on YouTube, and he was able to see the leaderboard for this week's challenge. And I can't even see it. Like, this is what happens. See, level 1. It doesn't show the names. But my apologies, because I won't be able to, read out your guys' names. But I know that first place was Moonface Maddie. So I know that from the score. So congratulations to Moonface Maddie in first place. I know that he got there kind of midweek in the tournament. Krobs was up there for a while, but Moonface Maddie takes the cake in first place. So congratulations with 243 million points. And I'm just going to read now the people on my friends list, because that's the only ones I can see. So my apologies again, guys, if I didn't read your name, because I encountered a visual bug here. But I came in third with 183 million, and that was basically all from the Broadside. The Broadside is huge. You're getting so many points so fast. And in sixth place, we have Krobs with 136 million, and that's how Krobs got his points, I think, too. He told me that he got that score. And Krobs was actually pretty high up there early in the tournament, and still a good spot for sixth, considering we had how many people here? We had, 47 players. So really cool. Congratulations to you, Krobs, for that. And then in 10th place, we have Bad Jack Daniels with 65 million points. Bad Jack Daniels was enjoying the Zakaria table, the new Black Belt Deluxe, which I made a video for the other day. So really cool to see Bad Jack in our tournaments and enjoying other tables as well. In 16th place, we have Jabba the Blade with 33 million points. Jabba has also been enjoying the new deluxe table from Zakaria. So it's really cool to see people playing other tables and games. There is a bit of a controversy right now in the Zakaria community because of the update with the tables, the AI art being used on the tables. And my opinion is that, I think the new art looks clean. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks smooth, it looks clean. I think it's pleasing to the eye, but I just feel like when you change the art of the table, it's completely new. It's a different table, even if the layout is the same. Having different artwork just makes the table feel a lot different. And I would have liked the option to toggle between using the original and the new one. But, I think someone in the forums was saying that it could be because of a license, something with license where, some of the images they were using, they probably didn't have, maybe they didn't have the license to use it on on a remake. So they kept the solid states the same, which is good because those are actually real tables. But that's something that, we'll have to see how it, if it changes. It's just something to get used to, right? Because usually you don't change is not always what you want. But if it had to be done, I guess there might not be a lot you can do, and just accept it. But it is kind of a big thing, so that's kind of going on right now. But let's move on here. And in 20th place, we have my friend Urko 1945 with 19 million points. And shout out to Urko for showing me the kind of revealing to me that about the mechanic of the ball falling down into that wedge and landing into the right flipper. I had never seen that. I always assumed that it just came down this rail from the center and just dropped down, and that you had to maybe nudge. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh. So that's the cool thing about pinball. And in 30th place in the tournament, we have my friend Wombat in the Hat with 11 million. So my apologies again, guys, that I couldn't read your names, because I know that we have some regulars and I cannot see it here, as you can see. But you're always free to add me on Steam if you want. But this hopefully will be fixed, and let's go and create our tournament for this week, which is on Whitewater. So I'm just going to make sure real fast here. I know I put up the thing kind of late, but let's go with Whitewater. So there is a lot. There's sometimes you'll find these bugs, but I'm just trying to think. There was something I wanted to say. I think I remember it again. Yeah, Whitewater. Where are you, Whitewater? Here it is. Say we got tournaments. Yeah, okay, we have to create them. So this will be a private tournament. Create Williams. Okay, here we go. So it's going to be a private tournament. Password will be, what is today? Today is the 25th. Okay. So it'll be 125 25 125 25. Also, I want to say shout out to Balchi, because Balchi was in front of me, because I could see, from what I remember from the leaderboard, he had 80 million points. So Balchi was pretty high up there, but I got ahead of Balchi. But my arch nemesis, I always got to give a shout out to my arch nemesis. But let's go here. So it's 125 25. It's going to be a one ball, unlimited players, 10 attempts here. and 6 days. So private, 1 ball, unlimited, 10 attempts, 6 days. So Moonface Maddie is supposedly like really good at this table. So if we're gonna beat his score, we have to do our best. Here is the tournament ID 6x4D. This table was actually at a place near me. I don't think I ever played it, and I regret it because I should have. It was there, but I'm not sure if it's there anymore. The machine itself looked kind of like, beat up. I think that's why I didn't want to play it, but I should have, right? So let's go here. I'm going to use 1 attempt. Password again is 12525. And just as a quick aside here, I've been watching a lot of Twilight Zone episodes, and I want to recommend you guys watch one, and it's called Caesar and Me from season 5. It has to do with a ventriloquist dummy, and I just found the episode so kind of funny, but also kind of cautionary. So definitely, if you get the chance, give that a watch. All right, let's go here. So we have a 1 ball challenge. All right. Okay, there's a skill shot here, right? This is the skill shot. Oh, no, the whirlpool. Oh, man. No, no, no. Come on, ball safe. Man, oh my gosh, that's not good. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna be after this. I'm gonna be playing the solo. So I'm gonna try one more time here. Hopefully, hopefully there's no bug with the leaderboard. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. Okay, there we go. Come on now. So I know multi-ball is probably one of the strategies. Right? Hitting the center. Oh, man. Ooh, okay, I see the blinking lights. Trying to hit the left orbit. Oh, man. Okay, we got 1 ball locked. Let's go. Woo. I'm trying to hit the, what do they call that? Oh, you have a kickback. Okay. Okay, we're going to try to get the second ball locked for multi-ball. Come on. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot that this table has a kickback. Okay, there's ball 2. Whirlpool. Vacation planner. Oh! No! I should have. I had 1 more for multi-ball. Oh, well, I'll take it, but I know this isn't going to be a good score. Well, guys, thank you for watching this week's tournament video. I hope you have fun playing this one, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.